Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to Minutes of Inspiration with Calandra. Happy Monday. I am so grateful that you guys are staying consistent and staying listening to the podcast, and you guys are looking forward to the podcast each and every week. I am so grateful for everyone that tunes in to the podcast. And I also ask that you leave a comment and also interact with me on the polls. Thank you guys so much for just being consistent with the podcast. You are so appreciated. So, today's topic is brain dump and on the bright side. And we all know about brain dump journaling. So, if you don't, brain dump journaling is where you would journal about all types of things that are just on your mind, that are just heavy, that good or bad, but just things that are consistently on your mind. So you would grab a piece of paper, or if you like to take notes in your phone, then you can also take notes and you just get everything out that is racing through your mind. If you are someone who deals with anxiety, then brain dumping would be a great practice for you to experiment with. For me, I like to write my thoughts out on paper. As you guys know, I love to journal. I have mentioned that a few times on the podcast. So I enjoy just writing out my thoughts. And there has been numerous times where I have had to brain dump, where I just had to get everything off the brain, out of the mind, and onto paper. So it's a way to release all of the racing thoughts. So during a season of my life when I was brain dumping a lot, I started to notice that a lot of the brain dumping was just negative things. And although it's good to get those negative things out, I decided that I wanted to look at the bright side of the brain dump. So I created something that is called On the Bright Side Journaling, or it's similar to the gratitude journal or the gratitude journaling. But for me, I just titled it On the Bright Side. So I would list all of the racing thoughts, all of the heaviness that I was brain dumping out. And then on the other side of the paper, I would write on the bright side. So I would look at all of the negative things and then I would focus on the bright side. So this is happening. This is heavy. This is on the brain dump side. But on the bright side, look at all these great things that are happening. So it was a way for me to be able to not focus so much on the negativity, but to learn how to focus on the bright side, on the positivity of everything. So I just wanted to come on and talk to you guys about that today to let you know if you do practice brain dumping, it is good to add on the bright side to that so that you can, yes, get all the negative things out from brain dumping, but then you can also look at it in a on the bright side way so that you can see the wonderful things that are happening, that is happening in your life. Because there are always wonderful things that are happening, but sometimes we get so focused on the heavy things. I believe it's so easy to focus on negativity and the heavy things, the burdens. It's so easy to see that because those things are sometimes big in our life. So when we're so focused on those negative things, we're not seeing the on the bright side things because there are also many blessings and many good things that are happening at the same time that are on the bright side. So I just wanted to talk with you guys about that today. So let's see. So I'm going to give you guys the definition of brain dumping. I've kind of already summed it up, but I just want to give you the definition. So brain dumping is a technique for clearing your mind by writing down everything that's on your mind without judgment. Without judgment. So don't try to like make it pretty. I know a lot of us do that, or we don't want to say it a certain way. This is your journal. This is something that you are the only person that's going to read unless you decide to share it with someone else. So, no judgment. Don't worry about what you're writing down. Just get those things out. So, go ahead and write those things down. So, again, brain dumping is a technique for clearing your mind by writing down everything that's on your mind without judgment. The goal is to gain mental clarity and reduce stress by getting your thoughts out of your head and onto paper or a digital note taking platform. So I also like to take notes on my phone, but not so much for brain dumping. I like to take quick notes when things just drop in my spirit. Sometimes I'm out and about and something will just stick with me. And I'm like, okay, let me take a note of that so that I can come back and reflect on that thing later. So, I mean, I use my notes for that. But you can also use your notes for brain dumping. You may be out somewhere and you want to get these things off of your chest right now. You can also use your notes on your phone for brain dumping. But I like to write it out on paper. I just I just do. That's the way I like to do it. So yeah, it's a way to get all of the heaviness out of your head and onto paper. So on the bright side, again, is for you a way for you to focus on the positivity, for you to focus on the blessings, for you to focus on the good things that are happening in your life, because there are always good things that are happening. So yeah, I just wanted to talk with you guys about that today. So if you take some time and you journal this week, just take a piece of paper on one side, just write brain dump. On the other side, just write on the bright side. And what I do is just draw a line down the middle, and then I'll brain dump all of whatever it is that's weighing on me. And then I'll look on the bright side and find out a way to say, kind of like, but God. So this is happening, but God, and helping me to pull out those great things, those blessings that are still taking place, so that I can, after I'm done with that, realize that it's not so bad after all. Sometimes we just have to see it. Again, there's always things to be grateful for. There's always things that are on the bright side. So yeah, so when you brain dump, if you brain dump this week, and if you've never brain dumped and you want to just practice this, I encourage you to practice it. It's a great help for me, especially when you are in a season where you feel overwhelmed, where it's like so many things are coming at you. It's a good way to just clear your mind and get everything out so that you can brain dump and get all of the heaviness out, but then look on the bright side, because there's always a bright side. There is always a bright side. So, if you are new, again, welcome to Minutes of Inspiration. I'm so grateful that you are here. This is something that I love to do. You guys are family to me. I love to come on, share a word, bring a word of encouragement, whatever that sticks with me for that week, and come on and share it with you guys. So, if you are new, welcome. If you feel that Minutes of Inspiration is encouraging for you and you look forward to each episode every week, go ahead and subscribe and follow the podcast, and then share it with your friends. Share it with someone else that you know that Minutes of Inspiration will also be helpful for. Also, I have a Facebook group. It is called Sister You Are Loved. It is on Facebook. You can join the Facebook group. There's also a Minutes of Inspiration with Calandra Facebook group as well. So you can join any one of those groups. The Sister You Are Loved group is a Bible study group that um, I recently started back up. It was a group. Now it's kind of one-on-one. And, you know, if you are interested, you are able to reach out to me and let me know. And you can also join Sister You Are Loved. And on Tuesdays at 6:30, Central Time, we get on Zoom if it's a group of us. If it's one-on-one, we get on FaceTime and we just support each other. It's just a way for us to be able to pour into each other, pray. We have a scripture for the week that we meditate on throughout the entire week. Last week was the first week that we started Sister You Are Loved back up, and it has been one-on-one. And last week, our scripture was Psalm 91. If you have not read Psalm 91, I encourage you to read it. It is a scripture on protection. It lets you know that God is your protector, that He is there for you, that He is going to make a way. So we studied Psalm 91 all week, starting from last Tuesday until tomorrow. We'll be having it again and we'll be studying another scripture. So I like us to meditate on the same scripture throughout that entire week so that we can really get the foundation of what that scripture is saying to us. And I know that if you repeat something over and over and over again, that you'll be able to have that thing really stick with you. So, yeah, so that is what we are doing in Sister You Are Loved. Again, it is either we can do it group style or we can do it one-on-one. It was on pause for a while. The group was on pause for a while. The group is now back up. And so far, it has been one-on-one. So I come on and we spend time together. It's just kind of like a support group. Um, an accountability partner. Yeah, just loving on each other, praying for each other, and studying a scripture that is going to help us make it through that week. So yeah, that is on Tuesdays at 6:30 Central Time, either on Zoom if it's a group of us, or if it's one-on-one, we can make it really personal and just do FaceTime. So that is something that if you need something like that, please reach out to me. My email is calandra1234 at yahoo.com. So yeah, reach out if you are interested in something like that. Also, you can follow me on Instagram. It's Calandra_Monique. On TikTok, it is Minutes of Inspiration with K. Also, I have a book you can purchase on Amazon. It is Faith Walk to Healing. You can find out all this information by going onto any of my social media pages and click the link tree in the bio. And you'll be able to find out all information about Minutes of Inspiration with Calandra. So, yeah, so I do have a scripture for you guys today. It is coming from Psalms 28, verse 7, and it's coming from the New Living Translation. It reads, "The Lord is my strength and shield. I trust Him with all my heart. He helps me, and my heart is filled with joy. I burst out in songs of thanksgiving. The Lord is my strength and shield. I trust Him with all my heart. He helps me, and my heart is filled with joy. I burst out in songs of thanksgiving." So I thank you guys so much for tuning in to Minutes of Inspiration with Calandra. I just want you guys to know that it is always something good on the bright side. So no matter what you may be going through or needing to get through, that even when you have to brain dump all of the heaviness, there's also something great on the bright side that you can also focus on. And just know that the Lord is with you and that He is known for making ways out of no way. So I encourage you to stick with it. Um, Create your journal time for your brain dump, but also create your journal time for your on the bright side and focus more with what's on the bright side than the heaviness that you may be seeing in your life. So thank you so much again for tuning in to Minutes of Inspiration with Calandra. And as always, know that you are loved, you are valuable, and your life is worth living. God bless you. Until next time.